Hi guys, Tim here doing another military review, and this time is on the history of the Battle of the Somme. Now, the Somme, or the Somme Offensive, or the Somme Campaign, is known as the world's deadliest, the world's unfortunate battle of the First World War, of any war there is. Because it was planned by Sir Douglas Haig, who was a cavalryman back in his day, which basically every First World War British general was. So yeah, planned by Douglas Haig to help the French, basically support the French at Verdun. Verdun was a fortress town in France where the French literally had to defend from the Germans. It's to help, basically, the British to help the French and the French to help the British at Verdun. So yeah, at the Somme, it started by Sir Douglas Haig on the 24th of June 1916, where from the 24th of June 1916 all the way up to July 1st, 15,000 artillery shells fired over a 20-mile stretch of German trench line to soften the Germans up and weaken them for the big push, as they say, going over the top, which didn't work out well. So yeah, then then on Saturday, July 1st, 1916, at 7:30 a.m, 250,000 British troops went over the top, and on the first day of the first couple of hours of the attack, 19,240 men died and just over 35,000 wounded. The Germans' casualties out of the whole of the Somme was just 30,000, which is a bit odd. But just before that, 7:20, at Hawthorne Ridge, there was the sappers, or the miners, at Hawthorne Ridge at 7:30, 45,000 pounds of high explosive TNT went up under the German lines just to give that little extra crack in the lines, which worked a little bit, which I will splice in a picture of it. But 3 minutes just before 7:30, as we call it today, the Lochnagar crater, which also the sappers and the miners blew up. That was about between 60 and 66,000 pounds of high explosive went up, just to, again, soften, which I will splice in a picture of it. So yes, also I'll splice in a picture of the Somme and what it was like. But yeah, it was the most deadliest battle ever, and it lasted from Saturday, July 1st, 1916, all the way up to November the 19th, 1916, and they didn't even reach their objective. They only got about 19 miles, between 19 and 25 miles, not literally in the middle, and basically they didn't reach their objective, which was the held village in France called Bapaume, which they needed to protect, which they needed to advance by, and they didn't. The first company to go over in the sector called the Saar sector, or the Saar sector, was the Lancashires, and they suffered the worst, the first atrocities of the war, because they hadn't really been told what was going on, basically, the whole British army. So yeah, and that was the time of when the stalemate got broken. On the 16th of September 1916, at Flers-Quartier, the Mark I tank was first used, and it broke the stalemate of the First World War, which started in 1915. August 1915, and scared the Germans to death, literally. And you never know. Well, what I've got here, this is a British 85, number 85 fuse from an artillery shell. You never know, it might have been used by the British pounding the Germans, 24th of June to July 1st, one of the 15,000 artillery shells. You never know, this might have been. Because number 85 fuses are commonly dated 1917. Even if it doesn't say, it's still commonly dated 1917. So yeah, you never know, this might be used. Oh, sorry for that. So yeah, that has been a little brief history on the Battle of the Somme offensive or the Somme campaign. So yeah, bye.